We'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Jags will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now he lets it go deep for Kirk, and that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, 35 yards. And the Jaguars will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen, his second sack of the night. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Fourth down, 4th quarter, here's Tua. Just a crazy throw there, and it's intercepted. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Jaguars have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Now McManus for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. At their own 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Rip, 23.
A handoff for Etienne. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Lawrence under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Channing Tindall, the one who got through to drop him. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. Jones has it. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turns. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Miami. 66 yards.
It's a pickup of 66 yards. First down, Dolphins.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. And it sets them back for 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Out to his left. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Achane is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
Dolphins 21. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 16 yards right off the bat for a first down. Well, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD, but of course that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience. Yeah, they thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Lawrence completes it to Evan Ingram. 23 yards on the play.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. On second down, here's Lawrence. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.